Hello, everyone. It's good to see you all here. Hello, everyone. You want to open up in the chat and just say where you're joining from today? That would be awesome. Christy from New Braunfels, Texas. I'm, I think I could say that correctly. That's pretty cool. Glad you're here, Christy. Who else is here? Share with us where you are located. I don't know if you can see everyone, but I have a Thanksgiving turkey in the background because it is that time of year. Happy pre-turkey day to all of you. Glad to have you all here at the meeting. Thank you for showing up for our webinar. Let me get it started here by sharing with you the presentation. So here we are at the Biweekly Topline OS Updates webinar. This is an incredibly powerful software platform, and we know you all are going to love it. It does take a little bit of learning, and that's my role here. So I want to introduce myself. I'm Aaron DeBenedetto. I am the customer success and training lead here at Topline, and it's my job to make sure you all know what you're doing. I try to make myself pretty available. You can call me Aaron or AA Ron if you've seen the Key and Peele skit, substitute teacher. One of these weeks, I'm going to throw that up here so you all can see what I'm talking about. Again, my job's to help you succeed. I am married to Meredith, 18 years, two teenagers. They're actually pretty okay. Two dogs and one Garfield cat named Franklin, and I added a little picture of him this week, so pretty cool. Let's see here. Megan, yes, AA Ron, haha, absolutely. We have another person joining from Charleston, so cool. All right, so what is Topline OS? What does it matter to you? Why are you here today? Well, because Topline OS saves you time and helps you generate more revenue. So if you boil it all down, we want to have a one-stop shop for all your business needs. And once you have things set up, it's easy to rinse and repeat. And it saves you time and generates more revenue. Is there setup time involved? Absolutely. And that's part of our teaching and onboarding. But something that you need to remember though is this works. The system works, but you have to learn how to use it. You have to learn how to use it. Nothing is good unless you use it, right? So I'm trying to think. Toothbrush. Toothbrush isn't any good unless you actually use it and you learn how to use it. Things like that. Maybe you can put something else into the chat about what's something else that isn't any good unless you use it. I'm thinking, here's another one, a funny one. A toilet. That's no good unless you use it. Uh, I don't know. Put some stuff in the chat. Help me out here. All right, let's move on to the next slide. So today, introductions. You've gotten to meet me a little bit, and I'm also going to introduce you to any of the other founders who are here today. I'm not a founder, but we have three of them, and I'd love to introduce those that are on the call with us today. Let's see here. Then we're going to go into the first section of Topline OS. Level 1 training is live, and I'm looking for feedback. It's hot off the presses. Looking for you to go into it. I'm going to show you how, and then you can give us your comments and feedback at the bottom of each session. That'll really help us create the best product possible for you. I'm going to share what's new on the software. Today, I'm going to back it up a little bit and do a little bit more of general overview of the software. So I'm not just jumping into high-end capabilities, but you can see from the ground level what you can do with the system. Q&A, we'll have Q&A in the chat. Maybe get you on the screen for your questions. And then we're going to also talk about more top line opportunities as well, because we're not just the software. We have so many other things that we can do to help your business. Let's see here, a couple chats. Let's see here. We got Henry's from Sacramento. Welcome, Henry. Megan, can we get your contact information? Yeah, it's just Aaron, Aaron at topline.com. I'll put it in the chat. Very confusing for you. but you can reach me there, Aaron at topline.com. You're welcome, Megan. Megan also says automations are life-changing if done properly. Correct. And that's part of what we're going to be learning. Not in today, but I'm going to give you the overview of it. Let's get to our next page here. So let's introduce to you some of the founders in the chat. Joey, Alex, if you're here, and Chris, tell me that you're here, and I'll invite you to
All right.
everyone. Alex, welcome.
Thank you. Yeah. I loved the toothbrush comparison. It doesn't do you much good if you don't use it. I need to remind my 3-year-old of that from time to time. Um, but he's still 3, so we'll give him a pass. Thank you
What do
everyone for
you
joining.
want? What do you want, Alex, the people on the webinar to know about you and about Topline?
Yeah, so I am excited. This is the webinars is our second biweekly webinar, and appreciate everyone that's joining, being a part of it. We wanted to do these so you had a chance to meet with us directly, have some input into the product roadmap, areas where we should push more resources, develop new solutions, and a big area of focus for us. We know that generating leads is kind of number 1 through 5 pain points that most small businesses have, and especially service businesses. And so we're putting a ton of focus and energy on Topline Gold, and that's a whole software suite of tools around developing leads. And so more to come there. It's something I encourage you to check out. If you go to topline.com, get clients, you'll see some of the offering there. We'll be doing more webinars soon on what Topline Gold is and how it can help you or your clients generate more leads, and do it in a way that's very predictable, very much focused around guaranteeing results. So not paying per click or paying per view, but paying for leads and paying for meetings on your calendar or your client's calendar. So that's a big focus area for us. Something that we're going to have more to come there and more to share. But definitely appreciate everyone joining. Aaron has, as he mentioned, he has the first sections all done. Um, Ultimately, we'll have, I think, 5 of these and then a certification that you can get, to really help you understand how to use this tool from the basics to advanced automations that are truly life-changing. Some of the agentic stuff that's really amazing. These are voice agents. This is conversational agents, in chat and in text message. There's just a ton of developments there. It's constantly changing, and we're on the very bleeding edge of those changes. And so the great thing about Topline is we have a whole ecosystem of tools. This isn't just one point solution, and then you have to have 15 other tools in your revenue stack. We really want to provide a tool that can do everything in one place and does everything best in breed in one place and is really approachable, from a price. And so that's what we're building. And we're doing it in a bunch of different areas and really excited. Aaron, thank you again for putting this webinar together and helping keep everyone up to speed and have an opportunity to meet with us every other week, and talk through feedback and ideas.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks, Alex. Topline does have a lot of different solutions. It's not just software, so it's also leads and everything that Alex talked about. We'll get you more information about that. Next time, I will figure out how to have your picture up, Alex. I turned off all the cameras, so I didn't know how to turn them back on. So anyway, thank you so much. Appreciate you jumping on. Let's see here. So let's move on to our next section, seeking feedback. So like I said, level 1 training is live. So I'm going to put in the chat the link here for the course. And you, if you could, please go to this page, which is what the link will bring you to. Let me put that in the chat. Copy that link, put it into your browser. You fill in your email here and your full name, proceed to checkout. It's $0. It's totally free. We want you to succeed. And then the next page you'll see is it will ask you to create a login. So create your login password. And after that, you're going to come to this page, which is the training. And when we have more um, trainings, there'll be like level 1 training, level 2 training, level 3. We're going to build out. Right now we have level 1. And if you click into there, this is what the course will look like. You click start, and then there are these four lessons right here. I'm going to be adding a fifth one tomorrow here about Topline OS app. That'll be very important for you to know about so you can do business on the run. But please go into this lessons. This is at the bottom of one of the lessons. There's a video, there's some information, and then you can mark as complete. But before you mark as complete and move on to the next one, down here it says please leave your comments and feedback. Put your comments here, and you can just put them to instructor only right here. So that way I'm the only one that sees them. But those comments and feedback will give you ownership in this. I will make changes based on what you say to make the whole program better. So again, that link to this course is in the chat. All right, what's new? Now we're going into the what's new section, and I'm going to go over 5 different things. Overview of Topline OS and functionality. So last 2 weeks ago, I went into uh, basically high level things that you can do. We wanted to pique your interest and get you excited and interested. This week, I just wanted to go dial it back a little bit and just show you the basics of the platform because if you hop on in, it can be a little overwhelming. There's this top menu bar, and then there's this menu bar, and then there's this, and then there's the side menu, and then you go to settings, there's another menu. It can be really overwhelming, and we get that. So I want to show you the basic things that you should be looking at. When you log into your account, you're first going to see this dashboard. And this is the main starting point. And once you have numbers in your system and you're tracking things, you will start to get statistics here. You'll get stats, live stats of what your business is doing. And these squares here are called widgets, and you can make as many widgets as you possibly want so that you can see your numbers right there. I say in the training videos, it's kind of like a dashboard for your car. It puts all the information you need right in one place. Well, here you get to see all the information from your business in one place. It's completely editable, customizable, and this is how you do it. Up here is edit dashboard, and then you can go into any of these widgets. There's 3 dots will appear, and you can duplicate, delete. Some of them you can change the settings on. You can change the pipeline. A pipeline is simply the journey, the customer journey that they go through. Maybe they become a new lead when you get them from a Facebook ad, and then you reach out to them, and it's a warm lead, because you actually get to talk to them, and then you get them to book an appointment, and then down the line. Think of water going into a physical pipe. It's got to go through every stage before it can get to the end. And that's exactly what a pipeline is in your business. You can toggle between pipelines up here, or you can put it all pipelines. Opportunities. Opportunities are essentially people that are in the pipeline and the opportunity that they have. So we can give an opportunity a value, and that way we'll see, Joey has a $20,000 opportunity value, meaning that that's what would come into your business's revenue if you closed that person. Those are opportunities. There's conversion rates here, or how much you've converted, and then conversion rate, funnel steps, you name it, it's all here. and you can add widgets here, and there's a little widget builder that there's over 100 widget types. And not only that, but if you pick a widget type, then there's different kinds of graphs for that widget. So almost unlimited types of widgets that you can have on your dashboard. Don't be afraid if you log in and it's zeros and zeros and zeros and zeros. It looks kind of pathetic when you first log in. But once you start getting numbers in the system, you start having appointments, and you are logging it correctly in the system. I have to say that if you're logging things correctly and tracking things correctly, then you will start to see things like your conversion rate. You can see a pipeline value. So you can start to do projections into what your revenue might be in the coming months or next year based on previous. So pretty cool stuff. Once you're all done making the changes, you can save changes. There is another feature in dashboards. I'm going to actually skip ahead that has to do right in here. So I might as well just do it right now. You'll see in a lot of the features in Topline OS, there are these little stars, and these stars are the AI functions. So when you see them on a page, that means there's an AI function. So if you click on it, it's going to take a little bit to get this figured out. What it's going to do, it's the default is to summarize your dashboard. So it's going to look through all your data that's listed on the dashboard and give you some insights into what it means. And then you're able to ask questions also, like, what if I closed all of my opportunities in the next 7 days? How much revenue would I have? Things like that. So opportunity value, conversion rate, manual actions. We made 7 total calls. We have 11 tasks pending. These different things, and you can give it a thumbs up, thumbs down based on the quality. Down here at the bottom, you'll see Ask Anything, and you can actually type in here. Like I said, if I were to close all the leads in my pipeline or my opportunities, how much revenue would I make? Or uh, how many more calls do I need to make to make another $20,000? Those kind of things. So that's what you add here, and it'll think. And this one takes a little bit of time for it to think because although the dashboard looks simple, all the data behind it is very complex. So it takes a while for it to think through and find the answer for you. So if it takes a few seconds, just be patient with it. But that's dashboard AI right there. Very powerful feature. So let's go back here. So I'm going to now go on with the overview. The dashboard was the first step. Now I'm going to go on to the rest of it. Don't worry. The next things I cover in this overview will be a lot shorter. So perhaps I'm going to just skip down here to contacts. Contacts is your database. It's where your people, where your companies, where your associated objects are. Let's say you're a car dealer and you have cars. Um, those would be custom objects. Your contacts live in here. And you can see all the information you could ever possibly want. If you want to go into a contact and see their information, you just click on it, click on their name, and you'll see this page open up. This is newly designed. It's beautiful. Excuse me. There's the name. You can assign the person to someone. So I'll assign me to me. There you go. That means if there's any automations or workflows, that person will stay assigned to me. So if you have multiple salespeople, that's where the owner is very important. You can fill in name, email, phone number, job title, date of birth if you want to send them a birthday card. And there's just lots of different fields you can fill in. Even if we don't have the right field for your business, we can add it. Those are called custom fields. And we can also hide everything that we don't want to see that doesn't have information on here so it's less busy. In the middle, this is one of the most powerful features. It's the conversation window for that lead or client. Everything will come into here. Their emails, their social media, instant messaging, their SMS, their WhatsApp, any of those. If you have them set up in the system, it'll all come into one place. So you can look back. If you have call recording on, then you will be able to listen to the calls that they had before. You'll be able to see the whole history. It's pretty cool. On the right side are a bunch of different tools. This is associations. That's your if they're associated with the company, they're associated with John drives a 2021 Ford F-150. So we attach that object to him. Tasks, you can create tasks. Oops, I accidentally closed it. You can create tasks like call Aaron in 2 weeks, and then it'll remind you. Notes, you can add notes, of course. Uh, there's a calendar. You can book appointments with this person right here. Documents, if you've got like a contract for this person, you can upload it, or pictures if you're doing something related to their creatives. You can even do transactions right here. Perhaps one of my favorite is just the activity log. As you interact with the person, they go through your workflows, your automations. It'll all be documented here so you can see their track. Up at top, bulk actions we won't cover today. In fact, we won't cover any of those today. It's a little bit higher level. Let me back out of contact details. Here you have all your people. You can add contacts. You can import a list from a CSV file. And what I want to do now is I want to add a smart list. What is a smart list? It's basically a refined list. So we're going to make a new smart list. Let's say, we'll just say new smart list. We'll do advanced filters, and you can sort by anything: age, country, source, email, you name it. I'm going to search by tags. Tags are what you add to a contact to remember in the system, to remember what workflows they've been through, what kind of customer they are, what product they have. You can have unlimited tags on people. So I'm going to make a filter, a smart list for people with the tag alcohol. That's interesting. All right. And now I've had that, and I can go down here and I can click apply and create. Oh, there's already a smart list with that name. Okay. Well, you can make a smart list of anything you want. That's how you do it. Add a smart list, you create your filter, create, save, and then anytime you click on that smart list, just those people will show up. Oh, this is the smart list that already exists. Charlie Kim has an alcohol tag related to him. I think that's funny. Going back over to the left, I'm using a lot of time here, so let me speed it up a little bit. You've got Conversations tab. This is where all your conversations for the whole account come into. So not just one contact, but your whole account. Again, all your channels. You can view your inbox. You can view the whole team's inbox. And again, you've got all these different tools on the right side, just like the contacts page, to do things with the leads that come through here in the contacts. That's a great way to see your unread messages, and you can filter them so you don't get overwhelmed. Tasks we've gone over, but there's a whole tab for it here. Scheduler is where you have your appointment calendars. So you can sync the system to your Google Calendar, to your Outlook calendar, to your Apple Calendar. I forget what that's called, iCalendar. And then you will have a calendar show up here, and you can select times on it and create appointments. You can also create, oh, there it is. You can also, if I clicked on it here, create a calendar for, let's say I create a calendar, Aaron's calendar, and I can make it 30 minutes long, and I'm available between noon and 4, Monday through Friday. And then I can share that link with people and they can book onto my calendar. Very good. You can pay lots of money for other services to do this. It's included with Topline OS. It's very, very cool. And let's see, opportunities. We're almost done with the overview here. Opportunities, again, these are contacts that are assigned a value that are in your pipeline. So up here you choose your pipeline, and then these are your stages, and these can be any stages you want. You can edit them by going to pipelines, choosing your pipeline, customer pipeline, and you can add stages, you can delete stages. Again, what is this? What is the process that your leads go through? What is the pipeline they go through from brand new lead to a long-term customer, a one closed client. I'm sorry, I can't speak all of a sudden. So we go back to opportunities. On this opportunities page, you can see what stage people are in. To begin, without any automations, you can simply just drag these manually like this and drop them. Very simple. It's very simple. So let's say I call Joey. Joey has an opportunity value of $7,000, and I have a conversation with Joey, and I share with him the appointment booking link. And so I put him here, and it does take a second for these to shift over. So that'll shift over here. And then when he has an appointment booked, I can pull him over to here, goes through the system, no show, I reach out, give him another appointment, book the appointment, closed. Um, let's see, maybe this didn't stick. Yeah, there's that lag in the system, but you basically click and drag them through the pipeline. When you get a little bit more advanced, we can do workflows, automations that automatically move them through the system. So if someone is here on the warm lead and they book on your calendar, the automation will automatically move them from warm lead to appointment booked and send out all the reminders and everything for your meeting. Pretty cool. Let's see, what else is there? I think that's about it for right now. Let's move on to the next thing. And I have to remember what it is. The next thing, branding and design. So if you don't have some fonts picked out for your company, if you don't have brand colors picked out for your company, if you don't have a logo picked out for your company, one in black, one in white, one in, it's not the end of the world, but if you can consistently use the same things over and over again, that creates your brand. It's what people associate with you. Think about Target. Target used to have the symbol of the target with the word Target. Now their brand, the red, the color of the logo is just so ubiquitous in our culture that they drop the word Target because you automatically know it's Target just based on the logo and the color. That's what we want for your business. We want it to be recognizable. And so when you put out a blog post, it's in the same font as on your website. When you send an email, it's in the same font as that you use in the body of the blog, all these things. So I'm going to show you how to set this up. So you notice down here, there's settings. Let's go on the left menu bar to settings. And then if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, brand boards. Click on brand boards. Here you can add a design kit. I want to show you one that we created today, brand board one. So here you've got three options basically. It's very simple. It's a very simple page. your logo. So you can have two logos here. It'd be like your main logo, your sub logo, or your black logo and your white logo, that kind of thing. And then colors up here, you can include your brand colors. Um, you can change the code by clicking on the actual color. And then there are different codes you can enter, an RGB code or a hex code. Hex code is more common, and you can find the color your color hex codes. There's several free tools online. You can just Google find my hex code, and you'll find a tool. You upload an image that has the color in it. It'll tell you the hex code. You simply paste that color in here, click out of it, and the color will change, and you can change that. You can add as many colors as you want. When you add them here, it'll automatically have them populated across the entire platform. So when you're building an email template, when you're building a website or a funnel, when you go to the colors, your brand colors will pop up at the very top. So it's easy to find them. Typography, people don't think about this, but fonts are important. And actually, there are trends for fonts if you really follow it. You really want a header. A header is the bold text for the sections. So that should be a clean kind of a sans serif font. That means there's no little dinglies at the end of the lines of the letters. It's just straight, you know. That's sans serif. Those little dingles are called serifs. So sans means no, no dingles. That's your header. And then your font two, that's the body font. That can be a sans serif as well, but that's more commonly, if you were to have a serif text, this is where it would be in the font too. Those are just general guidelines. So you make all your things, and then you hit save, and then that's your brand board. And like I said, when you go into funnels, websites, blogs, emails, campaigns, you'll see your brand board items there. So that's pretty slick. Let's go back. The next one, reporting. I already went over that with you. Yay. So we're skipping this one. Um, let's see here. Let's take a little break here. If you have some questions in the chat, um, put them in here. Can you show me how to add a website analytics widget? Ooh, Megan, that's a great question. If we have time, I will come back and show you that. If not, email me, Aaron at topline.com, and I will show you how to do that. So, are there any other comments? If you have any more questions, put them in the chat right now, and I'll go over them in a few minutes. Reputation management. This feature, I'm going to close at this one today. I'm not going to have time for the last one. Reputation management, reputation reviews. So Google reviews, Yelp reviews, Thumbtack, Houzz, any of these, Facebook, you have reviews, and the reviews are the lifeblood of your company. Now, before you had to ask people to give you a review on this site and this site and this site and this site. In Topline OS, you have the ability to send a single link, and then they can make a review wherever they want. Use that link. Also, if they review you, let's say you have a home services business, they review you on Houzz, then what you can do, or your Houzz account will be linked to Topline OS, and that review will show up on your feed in Topline OS. It's really cool. So let me move my things around. I have a small screen, so I'm constantly moving these little windows around so I can see things. All right. So we are at reputation. You go to reporting down here to find it. In reporting, reputation report. And here, let me make sure I'm on the right account. Okay. So I'm going to go first to settings. Up here at the top menu bar, go to settings. And here you can have the AI respond. So when SEO, search engine optimization, that's how you rank higher on Google. The better SEO you have, the higher you get ranked on Google. Part of SEO calculation, the algorithm, is how quickly you respond to your reviews. So an easy way, if you have 50 reviews on Google and you've only replied to 25 of them, guess what? The first thing, low-hanging fruit thing you can do is respond to those 25 reviews that you haven't. Even better, have reviews AI respond to the reviews immediately. So you can come in here and turn this on auto response, and it will craft a response to the people that's appropriate, and they'll get thanked, and then also Google's happy. So that's important. Reviews AI agents. You can come in here. You can edit this. Here's the agent instructions. You can select the tone and, of course, the language, review source. You can add others. Review type for all reviews or just reviews of 5 stars. Or you can create another AI agent that only who responds to anyone who gives you a 4 or below, like, hey, we're sorry you had a bad experience. How can we improve, kind of thing. So that's where you put these agents. A review link, this is where you create a review link that you send to people. Review balancing, that's probably a little bit too deep for today, but you create a custom lead right here, custom link. You just create that link there, and then once it's in the system and you hit save, that's your link that you can share with people. SMS requests, you can set it up that when someone checks in at your social media site on your, let's say Google business profile, that it sends out a review request right away. Pretty cool. Same thing with emails, WhatsApp, reviews QR. Maybe you have a POS system and you've got people coming to check out. You can create a QR code that will direct them to the Topline OS Reviews Center. Spam reviews, you can actually detect spam reviews, and it will help you to remove them if possible. And then integrations, this is where you can integrate with any other review hub. So Angie, Amazon, Consumer Reports, Facebook, I mean, you name it, it's probably here. And that way all those reviews come into the same place. All right, a couple more things, then we're going to wrap it up with some questions. Up here, if you don't know what a Google business profile is, go to ChatGPT and find out. You need to have one for your business, especially if you have a permanent address for your business. That is another huge SEO thing. And there's a tool in our software to help you optimize it so that you get the most bang for your buck. By the way, it's free. It's free to set that up. Listings, this is a paid service through our company, but there are hundreds of directories out on the internet that have your information, your physical address, your phone number, your website. The more that those things are the same across all those databases, those directories, the higher your SEO. So this is a tool you can use. You can pay additional for it per month, but I highly recommend that. It'll increase your SEO and your search visibility on Google. Widgets, this is where you can create a widget with your reviews that goes onto your website. Reviews here. You can see all your reviews. You can send review requests up here. You can have AI summary of your reviews. This is where you request reviews. So you just send review request here. And you can even set up an automation for all of the people in your database to get a review request, or just your clients. So it's pretty robust. And then the overview here, right there. So that's it. Let me go. That's all of our areas for today. I was going to go into the blog feature, but out of time for this time. We'll put it for next time. Um, Q&A. Let's see if there's any questions in the chat. No questions. Are you sure there are no questions? Put them in there. And then I want to see here. Forgot. Chris, if you're on the call, I'm going to unmute you. I'm going to ask you to unmute, and if you'd like to share about any other top line opportunities, now is your chance.
All right. I don't know if you can undo the video as well, but hey, everybody.
I can't. I have to. That's another thing I have to learn. I'll do that for
All
next
good.
time.
Well, to everybody in the call, I thank you for being here, and we're going to be doing more and more of these, and I'm actually going to lead a webinar next week specifically focused on the new Topline.com Gold features. And I know some people on the call have just started getting set up on it, and I'm running kind of like a webinar slash onboarding live session to get folks set up. So if you or other partners of yours want to join that, we'll be sending out an email, but it'll be this same time next week, 4 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, we'll make it really interactive and dive into Topline.com Gold for lead generation and some of the new features we've been building top of funnel to help funnel into a top line operating system, which we've been going through in detail today. So yeah, really excited to talk through that. It's been long in the works, and we're really excited to get you all onboarded and show you the value there. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. And thanks to all of you who joined us today or are watching on the replay. Yeah, as soon as this is done, within a few minutes, you can register for the next one, and we'd love to have you. You can email me anytime, aaron@topline.com. Give me your ideas of the topics you'd like to see covered in this. As we have just started these 2 weeks ago, this is the second one. We have a lot to cover. So if you have a burning question, get it to me ASAP, and I can get it in on the next webinar in 2 weeks. All right, take care, everyone. Thanks for joining. Bye now.